Hi, I'm Vanessa from Onwards, and today we're talking about how to save money. 20 simple tips for more affordable living. As someone who lives abroad, I'm always trying to understand what my money is doing in what country. It can get a little confusing. Now, because I have money in so many different countries, I need a few apps to help me with this one. First, I use Personal Capital because it allows me to track all of my bank accounts in America, my investments, my cash flow. And the second app I use is N26, which is a German startup here in Europe. And I actually get to see all of my expenses in one place so I can manage my cash flow better. Next, I know which months have the best deals for all of my purchases. I can admit that my bad habit is actually travel. I love travel, and that tends to be my budget buster, unfortunately. So I intentionally save all of my money to buy the majority of my flights on Black Friday, Christmas, and New Year's Eve, because I know that's when the most generous discounts are gonna happen. If you're trying to tighten up your budget, definitely take a look at your media subscriptions. I know that I actually made major cuts to my subscriptions while the pandemic was at its height because I realized I wasn't actually using many of these subscriptions. The main ones that I have today are Netflix and Amazon Prime, and the rest I just let go. And honestly, I had no business watching that much television. I work a full-time job in tech, and I have my travel and finance blog. I'm busy. Not only did my budget appreciate this, so did my side hustles. Let's talk about energy costs. So in Germany, I actually have heated floors in my apartment. I didn't ask for it, it was just there. But I knew that if I continued to use them, my energy costs would just be through the roof. For that reason, I decided to limit the amount of usage I get from my floor heating unless absolutely necessary. And of course, when I'm moving throughout my house, I'm very mindful of how much light I'm actually using day to day, because those bills really add up. Whenever I leave a room, I'm sure to turn off that light with me. And of course, I try to manage how much heating I'm using throughout my apartment because maybe sometimes I can put on a sweater instead of cranking up the heat again. I mean, it can get really cold in Germany, so I'm actually well justified. Next, you want to mitigate phantom energy consumption. So this is a big one because I didn't realize that when things around my house are still plugged in, they're actually still consuming energy. And as a travel blogger, I have so much technology all over my house. It is insane how high my bills can be sometimes. If you're on a budget, unplug things that are not currently being used, unless it's the Wi-Fi, and potentially consider investing in a Waze smart plug, which actually tracks the energy consumption of your appliances in your house, and you can control it with voice command. Okay, Google, turn off all kitchen appliances. If you're not using it, sell it. I love to sell technology on these secondhand marketplaces because as my career builds, I need new technology and different functionalities. So my old technology gets a second home on these different marketplaces. You also get quite a bit of money from it. I had several pairs of Lululemons that I no longer needed, so I ended up selling them on Facebook Marketplace and making back almost $100 for old Lululemon leggings that I had worn for over 2 years, doing hot yoga. I mean, they were totally clean, don't worry. But the fact was that I no longer had a purpose for these yoga pants, so someone else who wanted to do something similar with them could enjoy them. Don't forget to wash them.